We are recording. Right, let's do this. I know I say this now and then, and I always struggle with this, but we will try and keep Trading Pub a lot shorter. I've looked at some of the older videos, and there are some trading pubs which are like 2.5, 3 hours, and I'm pretty sure. And looking at the replay stats, not many people watching the recording. So it's you lovely folks which are here live, which are the Trading Pub people. Anyway, let's crack on. So for the last, I've done every now and then I try and check myself before I wreck myself, and I've spent the last couple of days trying to actively find reasons why we could potentially be at the beginning of a massive bull market, because I'm still quite bearish, and long story short, I came up pretty thin. There's still an overwhelming amount of fundamental analysis which is showing that things could get pretty ropey over the next 3 to 12 months or so. But again, don't trade based on fundamental analysis because you will get wrecked. So it's a sort of a think it's going to happen. If it does happen, then act. I cannot stress how many times I've been steam trained by trying to short fundamental analysis or fundamental stuff. So yeah, we just need to sit tight. The one thing which I did find useful was, if I can just share my screen. Where the hell has Zoom gone? Here it is. Share screen. Came across this tweet, and this tweet it says internal Nasdaq damage. More than 45% of stocks down 50%. More than 22% of stocks down 75%. More than 5% of stocks down 90%. The only comparisons are October 2000 to 2002, so the tech bubble, and November. Yeah. So looking at this, it seems quite bearish, right? And I think I agree it is bearish, but looking at it from a different perspective, it could also look bullish. So, I mean, looking at the face of it, it is pretty horrendous. Like, there's only 2 times where the markets have been this decimated, and that was the tech bubble pop and the subprime mortgage collapse. But I guess if the grass is always greener, I guess you could say, well, if there's literally if pretty much every company in the US right now is at least halved, is this the bottom? Is this has everything already done what's, let's say, a silent crash, which has just been papered over or sellotaped over with quantitative easing? That may well be the case. That's the only reasonable argument I can sort of see at the moment, that we already had a stealth crash which no one has really noticed, because if you look at the Nasdaq composite, or let's take the US stock market as a whole, over 90% of the volume are Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, Google, Tesla. 6 companies, over 90% of the volume. So when you're looking at the S&P 500 or the Dow Jones or the Nasdaq, all you're looking at is the financial health of these 6 companies. So how are these companies doing? Well, historically they've done amazingly, which is why the indices have gone parabolic. How they've done recently, some are still doing very well. Tesla's on a tear, but we're now starting to see a break in the seam. So whilst all of this is going on, these 6 big boys absolutely rocketing, everything else in these indices are crashing, as we can see here. That's a lot of companies that are absolutely dying right now. So we could see, and by the way, it's all of this as a whole. This is really a better representation of the economy. It's this lot over here which actually employs the most amount of people. So yeah, we may have already had the massive crash that I've been expecting for the last few years. But the people just, or all of us, haven't really noticed it because they're just covering it up with printing. Print. let's, and all sorts of other debacles, Ukraine, COVID, whatever. So that's one argument, and that, everything's crashed, now it's time to rally. Another way to, is that, yeah, okay, so that's, I guess, the bullish way to look at it. I still look at this chart thinking, okay, this is still very bearish, because we're now starting to see cracks in the big six. So like last week, if we look at Alphabet, this is Google, by the way. This is the holding company for Google. Does this look healthy? So Google has not only breached its freaking almost multi-year base support level, it's Kobo'd off it. Bye-bye, Kobo, sayonara. We can also see there's another massive support level that's been breached very recently. From a technical standpoint, this is really freaking bearish, folks, for Google at least. I guess no matter which support line you draw, even this one down here, it's been breached. So this is nothing more of a relief rally, in my opinion. If we then have a look at Netflix, it just doesn't stop gapping down. Same story. I mean, this 200 EMA pretty much is a nice level of support, and that's well and truly breached. We have not seen these lows since 2017. So Netflix has unwound the last 5 years worth of meteoric stock market growth, which is insane. Is it likely to recover? Nope. Disney's getting better. Prime's, it's alright. But I think Disney Plus has had a massive gobbling up of market share in terms of streaming. This is not good. 2 of the 6 are now dying. So I haven't actually checked. This is going to be the first time I've checked. Let's have a look at Facebook, or Meta, as you want to call it, as they want to call it. Huge gap down. Looks like a double bottom potentially. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's a bit of a relief rally back to maybe the 2800 level up here. But still, what about Amazon? I'll be surprised if this has also fallen. Wow, because people still do use Amazon, but still, big support levels breached. Whether we're drawing, that, I mean, that is a Kobo in itself, isn't it, really? Even if you drew this one, not good. Apple. Okay. Nothing's crashed yet, but you know what I mean by doing that. Amazon, Apple, Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, Google, Tesla. Tesla's the next one. I think Tesla's going to buck the trend. Oh god, this is a messy chart. Sorry. I really do think Tesla's going to buck the trend here with its production capabilities in Giga. It's got Giga Berlin, Shanghai. Those 2 plants are now overproducing what the analysts are saying. So I think this could be. I think more of this falling is due to Elon and Twitter. That's basically it. So So long story short, I've spent the last couple of days trying to figure out why I'm wrong, why I could be wrong, and I'm still very bearish. Very bearish. Just because it's gone down 50, 75, 90% doesn't mean it can't go down any more. I think it's now for the big boys to have their tastes of what falling looks like, just like Netflix and Google have. That's my little. I guess it's very similar to this sort of play where you have a bit of a drop, a bit of whoa, what happened there, and then whee. We'll see, and I could be wrong, but obviously I'll pivot if I am. How are my shorts doing? My shorts, they're doing alright actually. Nice. So where does that lead us with crypto? Crypto. I guess let's look at, so one thing I don't often look at, probably once a year I look at this chart because it's such a big chart. If we go to the weekly chart, hell, let's go to the monthly chart even. That's how rare I look at it. This is the US 10-year Treasury note, and this is what everyone looks at. But long story short, whenever you have a bit of a rally, so a rally of yield, like so, it's led to 4 of the biggest crashes the US stock market has ever seen. We had the 1987 crash, the tech bubble pop, the subprime mortgage collapse, the COVID crash, and what we're having right now, we're having another rally. Not only that, it's just pumping straight into this 200 EMA. So again, looking at this, which is a very good telltale sign, it's not good. If you were to superimpose the S&P 500 on this, you'd see, all of the big crashes that coincide with this. Yeah, it's interesting. So that's that. We then look at the VIX. How's the VIX doing? Bit of a mess. This is the monthly chart still, don't forget. Let's look at it. Actually, let's go on the weekly. Yeah, it seems to have calmed down a bit. Nothing really to report here. Oil is still going nuts. Fertilizer costs have quadrupled. The whole food thing which I've been on about the last couple of weeks is still very, very valid. And then yeah, that leads us to the dollar. Dollar just does not give a shit about this channel anymore. This channel is going to be used as support, if anything. So
if you zoom out to the monthly, it looks like a massive bullish rectangle as well.
Yeah, I guess so. Interesting. We'll see what happens. Obviously, the trader in me is saying, well, this is going to be faded. This is going to be coming back down, and it could. That's the only concern I have, really. That's the only real concern I have, is that we've had a meteoric sort of I wouldn't know. That's the wrong word. We've had a nice little rally here in the dollar, and every rally needs a pullback, just like every pullback needs a rally. So the only real concern I have is we have let's say a 50% pullback of this. If the dollar does this, that's very strong for stocks and Bitcoin. So I guess the dollar is the only real thing that's stopping me going full hog, short the shit out of the stock market, really. I just want to see if it clears this sort of range, because at the moment it's still very much dangerous territory where it could easily fall back into this. If we carried on pumping up here, let's say this, I'm trying to get rid of that, there we go. If we carried on pumping up here and then we had a pullback and this was just used as support, I'd be very happy, because you probably have crash of stocks and Bitcoin, a pullback of the dollar, which means there'll be a relief rally in stocks and Bitcoin, and then this were to happen. A Kobo on the dollar would be beautiful. Yeah, it's finally happening. That I'm sure I could pull out some. Let's try a different one with a longer time frame. No. Where is it? Never mind. Yeah, here it is. Sorry, I got my times wrong. I'm sure I can pull out some trading pubs in 2020 where we had this crashing dollar, and there was a quite a long period of 2 to 3 months where I was saying we're going to have dollar rallying soon, and then another month happened, still falling, and then finally we've had that dollar rally. But hey ho. So where does this leave us with Bitcoin right now? It's just a big pile of mess, really. I mean, in the last couple of days, I've bled about 100 grand, something like that. So yeah, we had that big windfall of So it peaked out at 484 grand, I think, in one day. One day of trading, 484k. That's when I moved all my stops up, and then everything got stopped out. So I locked in 350k in one day, which is still a good day of trading. But since that, then I've given 100k back to the market. Slightly frustrating, but that's what trading does. That's the markets. So trading this at the moment is a bit messy because we're in this big old compression, whether it's this symmetrical compression like that or we're in some sort of rising channel like this. Either way, it's just messy looking at this on the daily chart. This level is getting smothered, but yeah, I'm still bearish because this big old green bar needs to come back down at least halfway, and that will help my shorts right now. I've only got 2 shorts, so if we look at here's Bybit. Got 2 shorts, ETH and Atom, both doing the same play. So the ETH play was just trying to short that overextension there, hoping for some sort of movement like this or like that. That would be quite nice. We'll see. And then Atom is the other one, which is underwater at the moment, which is here, slightly underwater. But yeah, we will see. I had a look earlier this morning about of all the charts, and I can't really see any valid trades at the moment. Well, we finally got that Luna play when Luna was going nuts. We finally got that moved back down to 77. So I may as well get rid of that now. Let's get rid of all of these scribbles. Where are we going? Luna. On the daily chart, we've definitely got that to look at. And then we've also got this level. So we'll see what happens there. Ripple. Let's get rid of some of these lines. Again, this is all on the daily chart. Interesting. Right at the bottom of this. That's a nice bounce area, actually, which I missed. I like it when markets really storm into levels of support and resistance, and that there is a nice gap between the last time that it's attacked that level. This is a high probability bounce, which evidently we have missed, which is a shame. So, yeah, and I don't really want to go long here at the moment. So, again, Binance. It seems as though a lot of coins are sat pretty much on supports at the moment. That's Binance. Solana is a bit meh. However, Solana does look like a nice high test. Look at that on the daily chart. Falling market, high test after a big overextended move up. That's quite nice, that. Ooh, come on, can we place a trade? If I did, it would be, yeah, I can. In fact, I'm risking bugger all at the moment with these trades. So yeah, happy to place a trade here with a stop. Let's be let's be safe. 9566, 9566. Here we go. Solana 9566, 9566. So biggest one, 9566 to sell. Done. That's 0.25% on the dot. Happy with that. Place. Cool. Another 0.25% max risk. Done. Let's text that out to those not here. And screenshot that bad boy. Cool. That's one trade. Let's see how that goes. Everything else, same setup really. So I don't want to overexpose myself too much with that one particular setup. Oh yeah, here's a question which I don't know the answer to, and I'm hoping out of the 80 people in this chat, I'm not familiar with Steppen. I know it's, people are making money just by walking the dog and whatnot. Where are they getting the yield? Does anyone know? I personally haven't looked into it yet. Anyone? No? Okay. Other users, NFT purchase to earn. Yield is from inflationary token called GMT, so this, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Seems a bit airy-fairy to me. You can't just... The sneaker's 100 sol. Okay, so it's an NFT play. It's not really yield though. It's Ponzi-nomics. I was literally about to say that, Aslan. It's Ponzi-nomics. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Let's move on. At the moment, yeah, there's not much else. Ooh. Okay. Sorry. Waves. I do like shorting waves. Waves has been good to us. Anyone else had a lot of fun shorting waves? Yeah. It's just like the gift that never stops giving. This lovely... yeah, I want to short this again. Especially... Same play. Again, how much risk do I have on here? Sorry, I just want to... Because I placed these two trades last night. I'm just going to add these up. So 10... So it's 10... 15... And 10. So it's 25k. 25k risk at the moment. Got 0.6. Yeah, I can do another. Yeah, I've got loads of space. Okay, let's short waves again. Nice high test there on the 4 hour. Where's the stop? 17.25. Let's do that. Waves 17.25. I always go to the chart, memorize the stop loss, and then it just makes things a lot easier. So waves 17.25. Shorting it. Sorry, 17.25. Let's make it 26. Don't like a round number. Oopsie, forgot to click all of that. I can only risk £1,000 per trade. Okay, so I'm gonna have to press this 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That should be about 10k. Yep, just a little bit below. Let's text this bad boy out. Right, waves again. High test and fading. Cool. So that 0.6 that takes me to 0.85% out of risk at the moment on the whole portfolio. I'm happy with that for now. Ether is 14.5 grand up. That's so that. See, Ether was my first little step, toe in the water last night, just testing out this theory. The theory of shorting this big old move, because that's moved, a bit slower than I'd like, but it's still nicely in profit. It's basically given me a free, a free trade and a bit, so it's offsetting a lot of the risk. But if that theory, as in shorting this big old overextended move, turns out wrong, don't be surprised if I click the close all button and you get a text saying killed all trades. But for the moment, it seems all right. Let's see how it goes. Righty tighty. So we got down to this one. Anything else? again, I've already gone through the charts this morning, and pretty much every chart is looking the same. So I don't think we need to go through anything else right now. Just want to check any. So Phantom, no. Glimmer, no. ICP, that's normally a nice one to short. No. Yeah, that's about it really. SLP. Yeah, again, another thing. There's a fair few which are sat on support at the moment. So, if, like for example, SLP busts through this support, I'll be shorting it for sure. Faux show. Vet. No. Monero, that normally bucks the trend a little bit. So does Zcash. No, same shizzle. Cool. No more trades to place. Just got to monitor these 4 now. How's it doing on this front? So it's 12 up. Cool. And I think I mentioned this before. Like when you have a bunch of trades going, I don't actually go and look at each individual chart to monitor it. And I find this easy. It's like second nature for me. You guys and girls may find it easy. Some may get it straight away, but some it'll take a bit of time. But now I know these. So I know I've visually memorized the chart of each of these trades. So I know what this chart looks like with ETH. I know what the waves chart looks like, etc., etc. So all I do when I'm monitoring trades, and believe it or not, let's say I'm having a pretty lazy day, I'll sit here with that screen open on my left hand, this window open on the left hand screen, and on the right hand screen I'll be playing Age of Empires. So, so as I'm literally just dicking around, wasting time, my eye will just be kept on that. If this all of a sudden starts racing towards 0, I'll know exactly what the chart looks like. I'll know that fade is going to continue. That the very small dubious high test on the 4-hour chart are now green candlesticks and not high test and red ones. So just by looking at this P&L now, I'll know exactly what the chart looks like. And yeah, it just helps me, and that way you get a feel for the markets, because you have to understand that markets are like a pair of lungs. They expand, contract. They're always doing this, just always expanding and contracting, and sometimes expand, and contract one way and also the other way. So that's about it. Let's look at the questions now.
Siam, if you got some chart confirmation of your bearish interpretations so far of the markets and so on, would you move more of your crypto pot into your crypto trading pot?
No. No. I'm actually thinking of removing money from Bybit. There's about 30%-ish of the pot in this Bybit account right now, and every time let's say I've deployed, say 2.5%, you remember every now and then I'll just do a flurry of trades, and all of a sudden there's like 10 different trades coming through and Telegram goes nuts. Well, I've never ever exposed more than 2.5% of the total pot at any one point in time. And what I remember is that when the market, so when I have deployed, say 2.5%, that if I go back to this page, on the right hand side, you can see right now. So here's the equity of this trading pot, and here's the available balance. There is still oodles of cash sat there, doing freaking nothing. Doing nothing, just sat there wasting my time. So remember, I treat this whole account as though it is part of the big pot. I'm not doing 0.25% of that number. I'm doing 0.25% of the whole pot that I have. Now, so what I'll do once things sort of establish, I can't think of the word, when the market starts its bull market again, I will be shifting around this pot. So I'll be, let's say it's 1.4 now, I'll probably take 400 grand out, and that won't limit me in the amount of trades I can place. So that's cool. That means there's roughly 400 grand that I can actually put into a crypto, which would be nice. The other thing I'll do is, remember, I've got like 70 odd % of the portfolio just sat there in stable coins doing nothing. When I deploy them into crypto, I actually, as much as I hate to do this, because I feel I'll be putting money into big oil tanker ships, I will be using the inverse. So in the derivatives, there's inverse perpetual here. So at the moment, this 1.4 million is just sat there in USDT doing nothing, right? Well, when the market starts going back up, so let's say Bitcoin over time, I don't know, let's say this is the daily chart, and Bitcoin starts doing something like this, and starts making its way out of this range here, and it's sort of 50k, and we are really super confident that it's not a fake out and it's this, it's the beginning of the bull market. What I'll then do is actually buy, where is it? Come on. I'll actually put money into Ether. Sorry. 1 second. Yeah, so I'll put a fair bit of money into Ether.Sol Luna, but as inverse perpetual. So what that means is I'll be buying the tokens, then I'll be locking up, or no, they're not even locked up. I'll then be plonking those tokens. Let's take Luna, for example. I'll take, I don't know, let's say 500 grams worth of Luna, or whatever amount, whatever percentage you want. I'll put it into the inverse perpetual, and then that Luna is collateral for the trade. So I can then place Luna trades, but use the Luna as the collateral. Does that make sense or not? So what happens if you go to the derivatives pot here? So these are the inverse things. So what this means is I can buy a whole bunch of, I don't know why ADA is still showing here. I've got no ADA left. Go away. Like ADA, I could buy a bunch of ADA, put it in here as equity, and then I can literally just go to inverse perpetual ADA and just place ADA trades. So that way I'm still, it's sort of doubling up the use of the same money. So instead of sat there doing nothing as USDT, I can have it sat there as tokens, so the tokens are going up in price and I can still trade around it. So yeah. Okay, so a moment ago we were 14 grand up. We're now 27 grand up. I know exactly what the chart looks like now. Big red candles. So that 4-hour candle that we placed, it won't be a high test anymore. It'll be a bigger fat red candle. So let's have a little look. What trades did we have? I can't even remember what trades. ETH is one. So let's go to ETH on the 4-hour chart. Oopsie. Let's get out of that. There we go. It's getting bigger. Where's the other one? So Atom, that's now playing. That's the next biggest one. Okay, it's just moved a bit down there. Sol and Waves. So Sol, there we go. That's the picture I had in my head. No longer a high test, but more of a bigger red thing. And then Waves won't have budged that much, I don't think. Where's Waves? Down here. Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. Robert, US markets just opened 1 to 1.5% down. Doesn't surprise me. Don't forget, I know the markets didn't really do much yesterday when the interest rates were announced, but yesterday was the biggest single day rate hike in the last 50 years. It's crazy, isn't it? And the market's like, meh. And it's because a lot of the movement has most likely been priced in and expected. But look at it from a non, dramatized point of view. Rates are rising. A rate hike rise nearly always leads to a recession. Nearly always. Where's the picture I sent? Here we go. If I can make that bigger. No. Let's find a proper chart. Fed funds rate Fred. It'll surely be on the Fred website. Here we go. Okay. Yeah. So looking. So what? Blah, 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 blah. Let's zoom into more recent times. Okay. So what we've seen here is whenever you have a sharp rise in interest rates, it always leads into a recession. So we had a few years of rising here, a few years of rising here, and the crash both times. We then had rate hikes. This is the Fed funds rate, basically. So basically interest rates in the lead up to 2020. Now I know that's COVID, but still it did that helps add negative pressure to everything. Now the reason we've gone zero rates is obviously to try and bail ourselves out of it. And we're only just, I know it still looks historically low here, but they can rise a lot faster than you think. So, yeah, and with everything else going on with the food, the war, everything at the moment, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if, maybe, no, I can't really put a date. I'm just bearish over the next couple of years, that's all. So I'm not saying that this is going to crash today or tomorrow or whenever. But hey, we will see. Alright, let's go through the questions now. I've done my rambling. Are you still bullish on Palantir? Yes, I am bullish, but this is more of a... I'm doing a seesaw with Palantir and Tesla. So when you look at Palantir, you're basically looking at the CIA. It's like an aggregator of information for security services. That's basically what they are. It's crashed a lot. Mainly because it has like a 10-year sales cycle. Like it takes up to 10 years for them to get a new client. And as you know, data is going to be very big in the future. But so Palantir and Tesla are the only two stocks I actually want to own, but I don't own them at the moment. And it's because if I can get my doodle pad to hurry the hell up. Oh my lord. Yeah, I'll do it. Changed my email password recently and it's logging me out of everything. Please be the right one. It'll then say error. There we go, error, but that's actually worked. Good old Microsoft. So the dilemma, it's not really a dilemma, it was a very easy equation to work out for me. The seesaw I had, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago is, do I buy Tesla now, or Tesla, let's say, and Palantir, or do I buy crypto? So the answer was crypto. So I basically said to myself, over the next 5 years, what's likely to move up faster? Tesla and Palantir or crypto? Yeah. Boom. So what I'm doing is I'm waiting for the seesaw to go like this, where crypto goes really crazy, you make shitloads of profits over here, and any long-term hold that I want to do, I think I can then come in and buy more Tesla or Palantir shares in the future. And also, I don't want to buy Tesla or any stocks until we've had a crash. Why would I buy Tesla right now at the top of what I believe a secular bull market, or the beginning of a secular bear market? I think it's silly buying stocks right now. But again, it's just my opinion. Someone could easily say, yeah, but if you buy crypto right now, Bitcoin could go to 20k. Well, yeah, it could, but I'm not even in crypto. I'm actually the seesaw that we're all doing right now. Whether you're doing it because you're following me and you agree with me, or you come to your own same conclusion, is for the very short term, what's safer, to be in crypto or stable coins? At the moment, I'm choosing stables and to short stuff and trade it. That's it. So this is why I'm always really hesitant when people on YouTube or people go, "Hey, what are what cryptos are you holding? What do you think is going to happen?" And you've seen me. I change my mind all the freaking time. And the reason I change my mind all of the time is because the markets are always changing their mind all of the time. Don't become stuck in your thinking, otherwise you're going to bleed money. In-game token, GST, others, yeah. Mike Mendel, there's yield inside NFT game. Think top trumps. Yeah, but where's that yield coming from? That's the thing. Always... So when I ask the question, where's the yield coming from? When I due diligence stuff myself, you'll have to go through all of the docs and whatnot, because they'll go, oh yeah, blah, blah, it comes from here. But then I say to myself, okay, but where does that yield come from? Where does that yield come from? Where does that yield? Until you get to the end and you realise, shit, it's a Ponzi scheme. Or has Ponzi-nomics. Same as rebasing DAOs. And so we all knew that it was okay, let's buy it until it pops. And I still do want to get into Ohm, but closer to $1. Where we can then finally see the protocol buy its own tokens and burn it. But until then, it's just looking really shit. And by the way, I didn't say that would happen. I was just saying if that were to happen. Let's get that out. Right. Not good. Next. So reading Mike's thing, you buy sneakers using outside Sol to mint new sneakers, around 18 to 20 Sol for a decent jogger. As you get more sneakers, you get more energy units, which pay out more GST. So there's an ongoing incentive to level up your sneakers, trade them, etc. Currently making $125 a day with 3 sneakers. Jesus. What's stopping you putting your mobile phone on your dog and just letting your dog go and run? Is there a way to game it? Like, could I buy 4 dogs, connect them with a phone with their own Steppen sneakers, and then go, run, be free? Like, I don't know. There must be a way that people are gaming it. Or could you buy a burner phone, connect it to a big battery pack, buy some Sol sneakers for that phone or whatever, and then go to a bus and attach it to the underside of a bus. I don't know. And then as the bus drives around town all day, you're getting like, I don't know. There must be a way to game it. There's always ways that you can game things, and yeah. But Jesus, how much walking? So Mike, for $125 a day, how much walking are you doing? And that just for a 20-minute run? Wow. I once, this is interesting, I once watched a documentary about dogs and how much they run in comparison to humans. So let's say you're in a field and the human is walking the straight line, right? That's supposed to be a straight line. You're walking in that direction from one end to the field to the other. And they had a dog. They put a GPS tracker on the dog and the human. The human did that, and the dog was like this. So as the human was walking, the dog GPS looked a bit like that. So why can't you put if Steppen is tracking it via your phone, every time you do a dog walk, why can't you just connect it to the dog?
He said there's a 20-minute limit.
Oh,
I was writing in the chat.
Okay, I haven't got to that part yet. Sorry. Yeah. Anyway, I'm just showing my own ignorance when it comes to Steppen. I haven't looked into it yet.
Can you hear me?
Oh, hey, bud.
I didn't realise I could unmute myself.
You have the power.
I have the power. Yeah, basically, you have these energy units which give you 5 minutes of earning time. And with one sneaker, you start with 2 energy units. And when you go up to 3 sneakers, you get 4 energy units. So 4 times 5 is 20. And you can only earn GST tokens during that time. Once you're out of that time, you can't earn. So it's time gated.
Wait a minute. Does that mean GST is the bullshit utility token that will go to zero? Bit like with SLP and Axie.
May well be currently $6.
Where is it? Let's find it. Let's find GST. Right, so GST.
I thought I had a voice for a second.
What does it stand for?
Green Satoshi
That
token.
one. So GST. What marketplace is it on? FTX. Okay, let's find it. FTX one. That's where. So GST, FTX. Why is it not coming? Here we go. Tether. Aha. What? It can't be that new. Is it that new? 4 days old? It can't be just 4 days old.
No, that's not that.
It's probably when they've just listed it. Let's try Huobi next. Huobi, GST. Probably did launch on Huobi first, to be fair. Interesting. Early March, is that when it began? Or not?
Yeah, couple of months.
In fact, I can just look at the chart. I'm being lazy. Sorry, one sec. No, December. Okay, it probably launched on another platform. Okay, so it's interesting. So if everyone's earning GST and that's how they earn money, I'm surprised that this is going up, because in order to cash out, they're going to have to sell their GST into Ether or Tether or whatever. And this is why I love shorting SLP. With Axie, people earn in SLP, smooth love potion. And all they're doing with SLP is selling it straight away. So, which is why it's a bullshit token. That's why I've called out the Axie scam for a fair while now. Because it's time enslaving people more than anything. And I think, just in my opinion, again, it's just my opinion, what we're seeing with GST in this sort of up phase is probably most likely what SLP experienced in its, euphoria part of its life. But once the platform gets enough critical mass and has, let's say, shitloads of people, whatever that shitloads means, whether it's 100,000 users or 1 million users, once they all start earning lots of GST and they go, right, cool, I like making this, I like making $150 a day, and they start selling into stables or Ether or whatever, GST will follow the same fate as SLP. Again, I have to state I've done zero research on Steppen, but my bullshit detector
On their webpage, it says that you burn GST to level up sneakers and min these sneakers. So maybe that's how it's doing. So to spend it, you have to actually burn it and decrease the supply.
Exactly. You level up your sneakers and take them to the next level so you can earn more GST. And mint sneakers, basically two sneakers you mate together to create a new sneaker. So the minting process burns your GST. Let's say you spend $800 of it, you can now sell it for $1,500. So there's an in-game requirement for you to use that GST, not just take it out the system.
It then comes back to the whole Ponzinomics of it. When the increase of users dries up, game over. I don't know why my bullshit detector is screaming right now, and it's never wrong. Anyway, yeah, so was it Aslan? Go for it, mate.
Sorry, the problem was speaking. I think also, don't forget that when you mint another sneaker, you're adding to the sell pressure. I think there's a misconception in the market that when you say you're burning something, that automatically increases the price. But without extra demand, again going back to the Ponzinomics, you're just diluting even more. So it's more pressure on the price rather than increasing the price. I just think there's a misconception in the market as how that plays out in the longer term. That's all.
Nice. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add GST to my list. And sorry, I need to add it. Wrong one. GST. I'm just going to monitor it. I would like to be able to short this in the future, maybe. Cool. Right, next question. What's my stop loss on Atom? It is 2022. How are the trades doing now? Cool. 42 grand up, moving up nicely. Next question. Yeah, 2022. Stuart loves the lung analogy for the markets. Yeah, so true. Crow. Let's have a look at Crow. Alexander Crow. It's not even on my watch list. Let's look at that one then. So daily chart, looking pretty bearish. We have. Let's just get rid of some shizzle first. Let's draw another line. Broken that support. It was in this sort of, yeah, so that's irrelevant now. That's the only real level. We've got this one over here. Okay. Yeah, we've got a couple of levels around here actually. So this, what price is that? 0.35 is a very strong resistance level now. Around this area, the 0.35, 0.34. There's going to be a bunch of different levels. It's probably around there. That's going to be, let's just draw a little hashy line around here. That's going to be a strong resistance level now for Crow to get above. Confluence of resistance, basically. It's no surprise that Crow bounced off this level, because it was simply just bouncing off this support level on the daily chart. Just looks bearish. I can't see, unless there's something crazy about to happen, positively crazy. This looks like it could just continue to drift down. Bit of a, is that a rising compression? I think so. Ooh. Oh, what a short. Who asked for this? Alexander. I'm going to short this and I'll send you some profits if it makes like I did with Bijan. We just got to hope Bybit can short Crow now. Crow. Huh, we're in luck, we can. Game on, baby. Right, let's have a look. 4-hour chart, shorting this. Where's the stop? I'm going to put it above here. 0.316. Let's do this. 0.316. Let's check the risk settings first. Yeah, really low. Whack it up to a mil. Sorry, ignore me for the moment. And my goldfish brain has already forgotten my stop loss. I'll go back to that. So that's good. I want to put it on isolated with 5x. Not that the leverage really matters. People always get their fanny in a tizzle. Fanny in a tizzle? Knickers in a tizzle about leverage. Leverage is irrelevant if you just make sure your max risk per trade is under control. So let's have a double check. 3166, 0.3166, 0.3166. So max sell 0.3166. Jesus Christ. 7. So I need to click this. What was it? 10,000. Divide that by 700. I need to click this 14 times if it will even let me do 14 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, let me. Right, so, and the reason being is that order value is... Okay, I didn't need to whack it up to a million. So, when I was changing the risk levels here, so doing a 0.25% max risk trade on this Crow meant that I've had to stump up $300,000 worth of capital. When I went to the risk level over here, just because I was rushing, I just whacked it up to a million just to make sure. But I can actually just move it back down to, say, 300. It'll probably give me a little bit more leverage. Let's have a little look. Doesn't always work. If I just bring this back down to 300, will it give me a bit more leverage? Maybe not. No. One other thing, when you're placing a bunch of trades, always check the liquidation level. So we're shorting everything at the moment, so the liquidation price should always be higher than your stop loss. So yep, Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, cool. All is good. You can still, the market's still trying to fill my trades. So your full position doesn't get filled straight away. It'll take a while. But, okay, I must have miscalculated that. I'm slightly 2 grand above. Okay, so this is more, so what was that? 12 grand. Divided by 41. 0.29% max risk. Yep, happy with that. Right, so Crow short, call it 0.3% max risk. Rising comp on the 4 hour amongst sea of falling. I need to take some screenshots now. Also need to add it to my watch list as well, because it's not on my watch list yet. And then this, oh bollocks, I've done the wrong one. There we go, so let's get rid of that one. And then take another screenshot of this. And put in my entry, my exit, somewhere around there. Big fat bar there. Cool. Game on. Let's add it to the list. Crow. And what I want to find on the Bybit version. Bybit, that one. That way when I'm looking at it, I'm looking at the actual chart that Bybit's using. Now I need to just move this around. I know I could alphabetize it, but it alphabetizes the whole watch list, which sometimes isn't what I want. So just gonna bung it in there. Oh, okay. Looks like, yeah, we'll see. Right. Let's sit on our hands. What's the total so far? 53k. Not a bad trading session so far. Just need to always be reticent or mindful that markets do reverse very quickly. So I'm aware that right now we're at the 50% mark of this big green candle. So there is the real possibility that we could see some sort of pullback. Or even a bit of a bounce there. But I'm going with my guns, and I think now that the market is, as I said, the UK just sheepishly followed whatever the US did with its rates yesterday, or sorry, today. So now everyone's happy. The Fed funds rate is out. I think things are going to continue to drift back down. We have unemployment tomorrow, so the NFP is a non-farm payroll. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. So yeah, happy for this to continue falling back down. Yeah, and on Bitcoin,
Siam.
Yeah.
I'm 11 and 12% up on 2 of my trades. Would you recommend to move my stop loss to 0?
Yep. Can you give us an example, like which asset and
Atom and Sol.
Okay, so let's
11% up
right.
on Atom and 12 on Sol.
Do it this way. Let's I'm going to open up a brand new chart actually, just so my Atom chart isn't. There we go. So what's your entry point on Atom?
Pretty much the same as yours was. What is it? 19.851.
19.851. So you got in 19.851. Nice, good entry. And your stop loss?
It's again the same. I think. Was it 20.220?
What are mine?
20.220.
Mine is
20.200
yeah.
actually.
Oh,
20.200.
20.2. Cool. Same shizzle then. 22, 20. It's basically that level there. Yeah. So now, I guess. Yeah, you could easily go to break even, but it's not giving you much space, if that makes sense. So you could go to even, but personally, it's not close. It's not far enough away. There's nothing in between protecting you at the moment. Like, for example, we have this 1950 level here, big psychological level. I'd much rather this get a little bit lower, pull back to 1950, and then if it starts going back down again, then I'd happily go to break even. But right now, all it takes is a little go whip, and then you stopped out, and then it goes back down. So personally,
okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
with all of these, Sol is the one that's moved the most. Let's have a look at Sol. Can we move Sol? Where do we get in? So in at 92.25. So we got in 92.25, 92.5 there. Nice. Sol 95.66, 95.66, 95.66. So okay, stop was right above there. Yeah, same story. And also, this is a big red bar now. This should be pulled back as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if something like this happened. Big red bar like this, it at least pulled back 50%. So I would actually like to. Oh yeah, this is nice actually. We have a lovely 91 level. Let's use a line instead of my scribble. So that is going to be a key level of resistance now. So what would be very encouraging is if this pulled back to 91 and then carried on going. If that happened, then I'll move to break even.
Okay.
So, and I know it's very hard. It is very hard to do because you sat there looking at your profits. Obviously, everything is relative to your account, and go, ooh. But for me, I'm only 1% up at the moment. So I'm not trading just to make 1% here and there. Like, I'm here to make more than 1%. So, yeah. Right. Let's go through the questions again. Alexander, right? You're gonna if this crow trade works, mate. You're gonna have to remind me. It says Alexander. Cool. Steppen, so are you worried about an RT member's comments, Joel, about his Bybit account getting suspended? I haven't read that. Ooh. And on the Bybit forum Reddit, there's quite a few people who have lost money and they haven't managed to get back because of this. Also, I'm gonna have to look into this. I did. Oh yeah, go for it.
I caught a bit of it in the Discord, but basically he's managed to get his money back, but now he doesn't trust the platform, so he's moving away from Bybit. They won't give him an answer as to why they suspended his account. The only thing he can think of is he logged in from Canada via a VPN, and that's why he may have been blocked.
Oh, interesting. I don't know. Actually,
can you only use Bybit in certain countries then?
I don't know. I'm just curious though. Let's have a little live chat.
Yeah, some countries don't allow you to do it. That's the thing. The states, they banned it. They're all banned countries.
Interesting. So, human please. I did read somewhere before I went in this is that when you get to certain account thresholds, that you do get a lot better support. I know it's not everyone can get that. Oh, come on. I think I'm just I'm level 3. Remind. Bloody hell.
Sam, do you use a VPN when on Bybit?
No.
Justin just said he used a VPN, and VPNs are prohibited according to Bybit.
Ah, okay.
I use VPN all the time.
There's nothing in the terms of service I've looked through, and the only relevant in the terms of service, if you're an affiliate, you shouldn't encourage people in banned countries to use a VPN. Other than that, there is no other mention of VPN.
I was reading something last night that said that it's illegal. You're not supposed to use a VPN if you're using it in a country that's not allowed. Then they'll ban you. I think you can use it everywhere else. But I don't know.
Yeah, I'm using it from Canada, and I don't think it's not allowed here. I don't think it's banned in Canada. But I'm using a VPN for security reasons.
Yeah. I am when I'm out and about, I don't connect to Bybit on anything other than my. So there's only 2 devices that are ever connected to my to Bybit. It's my mobile and my main station here. And when I am actually no, I have connected to Bybit with VPN. So when I went on holiday, I didn't do anything but use a VPN. That's interesting. So whilst we go through the questions, I'm just going to wait for this agent to get in touch.
Am I wrong in thinking the FSA bans derivative trading or crypto?
So in the UK, they have banned the selling of crypto derivatives. Now, we are not
saying leverage trading is derivatives.
It puts it in a weird
position. Derivative account there.
Yeah. Right, let's play stupid and pretend. Right, this is Rakesh. Hi, Rakesh. Hi there. I have a few friends that have had their account randomly suspended. I am now worried this may happen to mine. They were not given a reason for this. What is the general reason for randomly suspending people's accounts? Probably going to give me a bullshit check this webpage FAQ, but yeah, may as well ask. Right, Binance.
How did Bybit get around trading derivatives for UK then?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I am not sure. Binance contributes 500 million to Elon's Twitter takeover. That's pretty cool. The GSCs use upgrade. Okay. Yeah. Should we look at as expecting 50% pull? Okay. So David Wogan has said, back on the charts, a lot of the assets are following the similar pattern of falling back a bit after the green candles. Should we look at this as expecting 50% pullback? Therefore, be wary of shorting if they've already fallen. For example, AVAX or DOT. AVAX or DOT.
I think you kind of already answered it, but
yeah. At the moment, the only thing I'm not even concerned about. It's just a lot of these have had double bottoms, right? So Bitcoin put in that double. Come on, internet. Hello, am I back? Cool, I'm back in the room. Just waiting for bloody TradingView to hurry up. Come on, Starlink, you're better than this. So yeah, the thing that I'm going to be watching now is that Bitcoin obviously put this double bottom in. It's played out. Okay, so now you can just expel this whole double bottom from your mind. It means nothing now, really. That move has played out. But we've had the double bottom across pretty much everything else. So if we're looking at DOT, for example, there is a double bottom of sorts. And now a lot of the markets, pretty much every asset, is pulling back to whatever that baseline is, or the bum line, let's say. So what could now happen, if we take DOT, for example, is that here's the bum line of that double bottom. Are we going to have a bounce from here? And I think we probably could. We could have a bounce from here, actually. Back up to sort of here. It has fallen quite a lot, but whenever you're sort of thinking, oh my god, the market's crashing, the top tip that I can recommend is go and do that. Just zoom out a bit and go, is it really a big move? Meh, no. So sometimes I would literally just go, right, I could snatch profits and run away now. Like I'm 70 grand up right now. I could literally just bugger off or snatch profits and wait for the pullback and get back in again. It is always an option. If I was going to get back here, but again, there have been times I've done that and the market's gone, ha, Siam's out, let's dump the market. And then I've lost, yeah. Anyway, there was occasion, a few months ago actually, I did that. I snatched profits at like 100 grand. and then I checked back about an hour later, and I was like, oh shit, I would have been like half a mil up in a day. So
Siam, if you check the US 30, that's below 50% pullback now.
let's have a look. Stand by. Oh, okay. What patterns could this lead to? Let's play chess. No, I can't even see what this would lead to, let alone... Right, I'm going to get off the US 30 because I'm not really allowed to chart and share my thoughts on regulated assets. But... no, I can't see anything discernible. Let's get back to, say, Bitcoin. I'm going to go back to my original thesis. This support level is getting smothered. Smothered levels break. So, I'm going to sit tight. Right, let's go back to the questions. Annabelle Freeman, any gym ideas? As in for Steppen? Maybe. Richard, how's the poker night? We should have blackjack roulette tables at one of the cuddles.
Sorry.
Oh yeah.
That was meant to say Phantom, FTM. I obviously didn't type.
Oh. Wow, G and Y, are they? Oh yeah, I guess they are near F and T. Sorry. Phantom. So, oh, by the way, I forgot who asked about this, so apologies. I do like giving credit. Someone asked if I could include Phantom more in my scan when placing trades, because they tend to over-exaggerate moves. I completely agree. So, what I have done is... Sorry, was it Phantom or Atom? I think it was... No, it was Phantom. Shit. I forgot to add it in.
Yeah, that was me. It was Phantom. Thanks.
Yeah, I agree. I think you've probably seen recently I've placed a bunch of Phantom trades. What I thought I did...
Yeah, thank you.
No, it was a very good suggestion. I need to add it to this list. I want the Bybit one. Let's add it to the top list. Here we go. Let's add it up. Not the bottom. So what I'm doing is I've got two lists basically. The main list, which is near enough alphabetical order when I'm just scanning the whole market, just to get my grip on the market. And I've got this little Bybit section. So these, I'll put it there. So really, this little Bybit section is what I really keep track of. So I get a better handle on sort of mental situational awareness of these charts. And then whenever I'm bored, I'll literally scan through, all of the rest. But yeah, it's a good chart. I agree. Phantom and Atom have been very good to us. Very good to us. So, Jesus Christ, that's a messy chart. Delete. Huh. Much better. How's Poker Night? Poker Night was good. I lost a lot of money. No, we should have blackjack and roulette tables at one of the cuddles. Yeah, we're thinking about that. I've always found it a bit naff though. I don't know. Is it just me? Because you're playing with fake money. It's like, meh, whatever, all in. Unless maybe we attribute the fake chits with real world prizes.
Simon,
yeah.
Did you finish talking?
Yeah, there are no trade ideas on Phantom at the moment. Other than the continuation, there's no real pattern. Let's go back to the 4-hour chart. Sorry, for what I meant to say. Yeah, sorry, you're spot on. I thought I said it, but I didn't. That is what I meant to say. Sorry, Annabelle, I cut you off there. Apologies.
No, that's all right. That's all right. I was going to say, if you happen to be underwater with the Phantom trade, would you cut your losses, or would you hope it's going to continue down?
Are you shorting it or longing it?
Shorting. It's not me, but
friend of a friend, hey, / husband. I don't know. Busted, James. I would sit tight at the moment. Everything's falling. In terms of new trades, I can't really see any. There is definitely this resistance along here, which at the moment,
now support.
Yeah, what I'm now thinking is that this is now Confluence's support. Actually, so where that X is, that is a Confluence's support now. That's actually a really strong support level. Wait a minute, are we missing out on Confluence's elsewhere? No. 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 Okay, it must be Phantom related. Okay. So that is the only, just from that little list that I've just seen. Okay. I'll keep an eye on it. I'm not sure. In terms of how underwater, I don't know. All I can say is that I wouldn't want to place a trade on this just at this moment. This is a rising channel, which is actually bearish. So, but I want to see how it reacts to this confluence here. But technically, a rising channel like this is a continuation pattern. So you should see a movement to the. Oopsie. You should see a movement to the base of support, which is a base of the structure, which is there. But that movement could happen here, or it can happen here, or it can happen here.
Yeah, great. Yeah, great. Okay.
So,
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, that's right. Nasdaq's down. Yeah.
About Siam, would we not be able to use real money then on the tables?
No, normally you can't. With those sort of casino things, you're not allowed. It's like illegal. There's like gambling rules and stuff like that. But we could say, we could entertain the idea in not the next cuddle. We've already got the entertainment sorted out for the next cuddle, but one of the others. So cash it in at the end of the night and you get some sort of gift or whatever. Ollie, sorry, it's a rather silly question. When the crypto markets move so quickly, what's your advice when it's bedtime, when you have trades running? What are the few things that you would go through and do? Yeah, it's what I do sometimes. If you're in a whole bunch of profitable trades, what I tend to do is go on the 1 hour chart and tighten up the stop losses big time. Fully knowing that by the time I wake up, all of the trades will most likely be stopped out. But if there's some still going, then great. You're going to be nicely in profit. So that's what I tend to do. Or if it's really stressful, because although I am risking 0.25% per trade, I'm fully aware that a lot of people, some people in the community, are not using the same weak sort of risk tolerances. So there are some people risking 10% per trade that I've seen, or 25% per trade in one case. So if you're risking a lot, then you're probably not going to be sleeping at night. If I was risking 2.5% per trade, there's no way I would go to sleep. I mean, even risking 1, maybe 2% around, like my account fluctuates quite a lot, and so I wouldn't even dream of risking 1% per trade or whatever. Sorry, there is an exception to that. One exception, and it's what I'm building up to. So what I tend to do, and I'll give you a real life example of this working well and also not so well. So if we go to Siam trading Forex Max, here we go. Right, some of you have seen this before. In 2015, I had what's called an ARPAM service, which is basically an FCA regulated fund. And so Forex Max was the FCA regulated umbrella, and my fund was under his umbrella, or that company's umbrella, etc., etc. And so it launched in February 2015, and I was using my normal trend trading methods, using FX, etc., etc. And what happened is, after 11 months, we ended up 61% up, which is great. Made a lot of people a lot of money. But here is the method I used. When plotting your profit equity curve, and let's say you're starting off at 0% profit, obviously at the beginning of the year, what I like to do is trade really cautiously, and I tend to snatch quite a lot. So Snatchy McSnatcherson, snatch, snatch, snatch. And all I'm trying to do is slowly minimize the drawdowns to a degree, so be very, very scared in the market, so to speak. So, kill your trades the moment you think, something happens which you didn't expect to happen. And then let's say, this is January over here, and let's say it's December over here, and then let's say it's September. September is like what I like to play with. So I try and be really cautious over here. And what I like to do is get to a certain percentage level. So let's make it more crypto relevant. Let's say for a whole year you've managed to grow your account by 50% just from the Bybit trading. Ignore your portfolio, okay? So you've done really, really well trading and being cautiousness, you're 50% up. What I then do is go, right, we're sat on loads of profit. So let's put this into monetary terms. Let's say this 50% profit equates to, I don't know, 10 grand of profits. What I then do is take a chunk of that and play with it. So I'll say to myself, right, I'm going to go bulls. I'm going to go pretty heavy now, and I'm fully accepting that by December, if all goes wrong, I'll end up 25% up, which is still a good year. So in this case, I'll either be 5 grand up, or I'm going to be triple-digit figures up. So obviously September to December is where volatility kicks in. It's really busy, getting lots of nice swings and whatnot. And it's only at this point here where I'll deviate from my normal risk protocol. So here, throughout this whole thing, I'll normally be doing 0.25% max risk per trade for most of the year until I'm sat on a nice profit buffer. It's not necessarily time constricted, it's more how much of the buffer I've got. And then at this point, I'm going to YOLO and go, right, I will go, I'll 10x, I'll 2.5% max risk per trade, and I'll, just to blow off that, yeah. So you'll either end up going to go wee and crash, or wee like that. Does that make sense? So that is the only time I will breach stuff. What was the question? And so here, if we look at Forex Max, I absolutely beasted it in the early years. So if we add this up, so the opening month wasn't too nice, minus 4.22 plus 30.53 plus 19.35. I think I was 80% up off the top of my head. Plus 27 plus 30.33. 76. Yeah, that makes sense. So by the end of August, I was 76.41% up. And what I did is I texted everyone and said, hey, I'm about to play a pretty risky game right now, so if you want to get out now. But we'll end the fund at the end of the year, no less than 60% up, and I'm going to play with 15, or here probably 16% of the market or of the pot. And that's what I did. And guess what? I lost horrendously. So I did, yeah. And it's because I was betting really heavily, and this was just an occasion where that gamble didn't work. So I could have ended up 200% up in profit if it had gone right. But because I bled every month, I end up 60% up. So that's so that's what I do. And because I'm running Golden Geese now, I'm deploying exactly the same things. So at the moment, I'm being very, very risk averse because I'm managing all of the egg funds here. But once I get into that nice profit buffer, we can then turn on the taps. Yeah. Cool. 93 grand up today. So Yeah, and these are the sort of price. This is normal movement, by the way, and I've seen this go from 100 grand back down to 10 grand in a split second. So I know from a monetary point of view, it's like shit. It's like $92,000 is, you know, a nice US salary, but it does fluctuate very fast. So if I was going at 2.5% max risk per trade, Jesus Christ, it would be fluctuating 6 figures a day. So let's have a look at the trades. Well, don't really need to. I know what's happening. It's this. It's now smacking into support across the board now. Yeah, like here. Ripple. Okay, next question. Simon, have you looked into the Bybit copying yet, where RT members can copy your trades? I applied. It was straight after that trading pub. I went into it. I put the form in. I've had no reply since. Unless they've messaged me, no. Account security. I still haven't decided whether to do it yet. But I have applied for it, if that makes sense. I just want to know that we can. Where is it? Don't know where it is. I'll have to find it. But yeah.
Derivatives and then copy trading.
Derivatives, copy trading. Good man. So I've registered, as you can see here, but I haven't had anything back yet. They said it was a manual approval type thing, the last time I heard, I think. But yeah. Oh, I forgot what Raki said. Oops, sorry. May be possible due to breach our terms of service or violating any of our bonus T's and C's respectively. It would vary account by account. Cheers, bye. He's gone, but yeah. Yeah. I was expecting a big fluffy answer like that. That's what typical banks would say. Depends case by case. Next question. He used a VPN. VPNs are prohibited according to Bybit after he KYC'd. Shit, I used a VPN. VPNs are not prohibited on their terms of service. Okay, it seems to be conflict there. Bybit ban countries. Okay. Coinbase listing GAL just shot up 530%. Let's have a look. Coinbase. Okay. GAL or Gala? Gal. Galatasaray. As in, is that a football thing? Whoever said that, I'm not sure. Vinny said, can you again share your Bybit referral link? I can. I don't know what it would do. My referral? You and your... Oh, jeez. Referral link. I'll put it in the chat. I don't know. No, don't know what it does. You and your friends can double the referral bonus. Yada, yada, yada. Cool. Gal, check gate.io. Okay, Gal, and then gate.io. Okay, what is this? Project Galaxy. What is this? Galaxy Eco. Brand new token by the looks of it. Create new experiences with Web3 credentials. Yada yada yada. Cool. Again, whenever I can never do diligent stuff in a minute. It takes me a good half an hour of really digging into stuff, getting into there. That looks like an NFT thing. Cool. I wonder if we can short it eventually. If it's rallied that hard, I would want to short it. But no, only Gala. Oh, Richard, what's the best way of moving MetaMask Trezor wallets to a new device? Whatever way you do it, you'll need to enter the recovery phrase, won't you? Yes, you will. So, whatever your seed is, which never give to anyone, you have to get a new device and add in.
Sam, I was thinking about this. Obviously, you hear people that have nightmare issues with this sort of stuff. I was thinking, could you technically set up a new MetaMask wallet on your new device, and then you could transfer the funds, couldn't you, from one to the other?
That's what that would be my preferred option, to be fair.
Yeah.
So if you still have the capability of pinging funds over, because if you lost your Trezor, you won't be able to send any funds.
I've just got a new PC at home, and I want to get everything off the laptop that was onto the PC.
Cool. But yeah, if you have the ability to ping funds, then yeah. But if you've lost your Trezor, you won't be able to send anything. Crow. Was it Alexander? Alexander, you are in for £500, sir. Let's just lock in five.
Thanks a lot, mate. Thanks a lot, mate.
Right.
I really
Let's.
appreciate it. I made some money as well.
Right. Let's just do this. RT office. Hey, Lewis. Can you please ping £500 to Alexander? He's just won a prize. Right, Lewis is on it. Well done, mate. Okay. Right, so things have moved a bit, so maybe we can adjust stops now to just take risk off the table. The last time someone asked that question, these were like 10%, but things have moved quite a bit. So what I'm going to do now is just quickly go through each trade, see if we can just tighten up the stops. So stick on the 4 hour. I'm happy to move the stop to on the ETH 294352, 294352, 294352, 294352. So I've locked in a teeny bit of profit, not much, but at least the risk is off the table. I can't lose money now. Good. Waves, what is that? 4%? No. Sol, we can move Sol now. We didn't have that pullback to 91. In fact, we've got even more extension, which means we definitely can move this to at least break even. So yeah, 92.22 to Sol, 92.22, 92.22, locked in 100 quid. Yeah, whatever. So that's done. So
there'd be no way of seeing if you had a pullback unless you went on the lower time frames, would there?
Not necessarily on the 1 hour chart. Maybe if on the 5-minute chart there could have been a pullback, but no. Just
you mentioned it with the 4 hour chart, and I wondered how you could tell that.
No, I tried to stick to the 4 hour chart as the lowest chart. I just tend to lose money whenever I jump onto the 1 hour chart. So yeah, so that Sol is now break even 22. So that's ETH, that one. Crow, can we lock in? Let's have a look. Where's Crow? Let's put. It should be on my list. There we go. We got in at 30.43. Nope, let's go away. 30.43. 30.43. About there. Okay, I'm not going to go to break even, but I'm just going to bring it above this level here. So what is that? 30.72.
Hi, Siam.
1 second. 30. I have a small brain. 30.72. So I've taken a huge amount of risk off the table. So yes, go for it.
Just in that same Sol chart, yeah. If you draw on the forward chart, if you draw the base support, like if you zoom right out and you draw the base support, going down at an angle, yeah, not as far as that. Kind of like the last 3 peaks. No, over. Yeah, just if you zoom back in a bit more. So like more like the one going down at an angle to the last 3 peaks there.
Oh, the resistance.
So, yeah, no, the support on the bottom.
So
just get my
what, like that?
Yeah, just so that, hold on, let me see that. Last 3. No, like you see the last 3 sort of medium term lows. So that low, the one before it. Yeah, after the big rally there, after the big peak, the last 3 lows.
That one, and that one.
No, so much shorter term than that.
Oh, okay. 1 second.
From where it was. Yes, exactly.
Those. So like that.
Yeah. So no. From the like
11th and the 18th.
that last huge rally it had there, which is now just visible on the screen. Maybe I should
yeah, can you take a screenshot?
Yeah. Let me get a screenshot.
Cool. Whilst you're doing that, I'm mid-flow. I just need to make sure my atom. Atom. I just need to adjust the stop for atom. Where? 19.87. 19.87. So I got in about there. Yeah, screw it. I'll just move to break even. Doesn't really matter too much. 19.87. Cool. So basically, all risk is pretty much off the table. That's profit. Loss being other than waves. Profit. Loss is £2,000. Yeah. So pretty much all risk is off the table. Lovely jubbly. So let's see is there a screenshot? Yeah, just.
I'm just trying to like load it.
Algo.
Alright.
Whilst we're doing that, let's have a look at Algo.
Okay, it's sending now.
Roger.
Yeah, just sent it there.
Visual. Click to open. So yeah, confluence is support. Is that where you're?
Yeah, like I see, like as a confluence of support.
Yeah.
Where so I was wondering if it might be worthwhile to just snatch the profit at that point, and
yeah,
because it's like very likely to bounce up from there. You know?
It could do a mini bounce. Right, let's go back to that phantom one first, which should be in the top list now. There we go. So it's pretty much hitting it right into it. Okay, and then the soul. There is more probability that it could do a bounce from here because that bar has been so fast. Like if it had drifted down like this, you know, like any other sort of normal market falling, I'd be a bit more laid back. But you are right, and others out there who've mentioned it earlier, that, or maybe it was even me, I can't even remember. The fact that this has just crashed like this, smash into these levels, means it is more likely that it will pull back. But at the same time, I then zoom out and go, is it really something to worry about? Atom, again, Atom's got that same sort of confluence there. if this was late at night, like 2 in the morning, just before I go to bed, what I 100% would be doing is going on, going onto the 1 hour chart, and just really locking up those stops, as in like moving the stop to like 2873 right here, or even a bit lower than that. But the thing is, with a snatching mentality, and this is, by the way, there's no correct answer. It's something you'll have to identify yourself. But I just know that if you have a snatching mentality, you'll never get the big wins, ever. There's been so many times where I could have snatched stuff, 20 grand, 30 grand, 40 grand profit, and gone, well, hey, that was a good day of trading. But then I never would have got the, like in the last 30 days, I've now had 4 days where I've made 6-figure sums. 350k, 343, a couple of 100k days. In fact, 5. Today is the 5th day. So I could have easily snatched a lot sooner. So it's tough.
Bitcoin just...
Yeah, everything's going to follow Ether and Bitcoin, really. Hello, we back? Back in the room? Cool, back in the room. Yeah. Bitcoin, if we look at this on the 4 hour, has really just crashed down. And the fact that it's crashed down below the bum line of that double bottom means, and the fact that it's actually crashing quite hard, I think alts are just going to keep on falling. So I'm not snatching. Famous last words. Later on you'll see a text going, oh, I lost all my money. But no, whenever you see Bitcoin fall this hard, everything just exaggerates it. So like it's only fallen 3, so look at this from a 24-hour perspective. It's 3.5% drop, right? That's Bitcoin. Alts should be doing 5% drops at least. In fact, they are. You can see Sol 5, Atom 5, Dot 7. So this is a sort of over exaggeration we want to see. The thing I'd actually spend more weight on is whatever that support level is. So if we look at all of our trades now, I'm 3% up today. That's not bad actually. So if let's look at Ether. That's the one I'm looking at. Sol. Oh, actually, we're getting very close. Actually, very close to support. Crow and Atom. Is Atom one? Yeah. Atom. Oh, mind you, we are getting actually quite close. And then Crow.
Siam, could we have a look at ICP?
Yeah, 1 second. I'll go first. David got there first. Crow. Yeah, is that rising compression? That's already broken. Okay, let's go back at Algo. I think he said there's a dub top forming. Oh, there is. There is a dub top forming, but I can't place a trade on that yet, mate. In fact, this is good reason. Why am I not placing a trade on Algo right now? Good learning point. Yeah, Tim, spot on. Yes, it is a dub top, for sure. There is definitely a strong support here, but I'm not shorting this massive red candle right down here. What I would short is if it busted through here, pulled back, and then had some sort of inkling it would be coming back down, then it would be a valid Kobo. Or even...
Still need to wait for the bar to close as well, don't we?
Yeah, to a degree. These are... you probably noticed with some of my trades, if you have been looking at the time on the bars, is that I genuinely don't care about the time. I mean, it's a very legacy thing back from like 10 years ago. Always wait till the bar closes, and you know, most of my trading career I have followed that, but I've also
You haven't been caught out with pullbacks then?
not really. Over the years, I've noticed that it really largely doesn't make a difference. Now, at the beginning of a brand new bar, yeah, it does. But like, this is a 4-hour chart, and there's got like an hour left. It's pretty much made its bed.
Would you potentially act on a high test then, if there was still time left, or would you wait for that?
No, I don't wait. You'll see. Most of the high tests you've seen, I have definitely not waited. I don't do it like early on. So if it's got like 25% of the time left, then I'll just go for it. Like here. Yeah, this has pretty much made its bed. This is a dub top. So if we bounce off here and back up to this level here, then I may short that, but at the moment, no. Alex, can you text out stop loss adjustments? Yes, I can. Let's just do this and share. Telegram, new stops. Basically, taken most risk of the tabler. What's Elon doing right now? Sorry, I'm like his #1 stalker. I mean, biggest fan. It's crazy how active he is on Twitter. It's insane. It's like almost a full-time job just keeping track on what he's tweeted, what he's liking and stuff. What's this? Ben Horowitz. Oh, okay. First of all, is we are joining Elon's bid for Twitter and investing 400 million into the company. Oh, okay. Cool. Right, okay, it's just Twitter financing. No new news, really. Moving on. Let's get back to the trades. I still haven't come to the conclusion of what I'm doing with these. Again, don't forget, crypto's largely influenced by what stocks are doing. And stocks are falling. Whenever I look at the Dow, I always remember I've actually got some shorts on FXCM. I don't know if I need to tend to them. Oh, ICP was the other one. Sorry, mate, I completely forgot. ICP. Yeah. Bit overextended, but it's just coming onto sort of that. It's a bit of a ropey rising compression, but yeah, it is to a degree. Well, actually, no, ICP is here right now. That it's more. It's either that or if you take that low, something. It's a bit ropey. It's hard. Either way. I think I'm just gonna sit tight for the moment. I'm not gonna be snatching just yet. I mean, had I snatched earlier, I would have lost out on a bit more profit. I think that's it, really. I think the markets are now adjusting that, you know, the whole rate stuff. I think we're just going to see more drifting down with stocks. Therefore, Bitcoin, Daddy Bitcoin and Mummy Ether are going to continue falling for a bit. Cool. Yeah, Mark, you're spot on. Stocks have been very volatile of late and do occasionally reverse big time late in the day. Yeah. The US market's only really just opened. What time is it? What time is it there, David? Right now. You're in the States, aren't you? Yeah.
Me, David?
Yeah.
I'm in Tokyo.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I thought you were in the US. Sorry, you're in Tokyo. Oh shit. Sorry.
It's like almost 11 a.m. I think East Coast.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. So yeah, normally so when Mark says late in the day, for us really, if there are any big reversals, they tend to happen sort of actually around 4 or 5 o'clock UK time. Actually, I've found not that late, maybe around 6. Yeah, I'm gonna sit tight until about 6 actually, and just monitor them, and then I've got a lot of stuff to do with the kids tonight, so I won't be able to monitor as close. So I may actually just lock out or lock in a lot of profits before then, or hell, just snatch. Who knows? But at the moment, I'm just gonna let it fall for a bit. Now, here's one last thing before I leave you all. When you're in this position where you're in a nice sweet trade, you've shorted it beautifully. I mean, look at that ETH. We shorted it right up here, and same with sort of Sol and Atom. Right at the top, it has moved nicely. It's not like, you know, falling like anything we've seen before. These big candles always end up pulling back, and you'll see a big wick. It's all down to your personal preferences. Some people hate being in a big trade like that and then letting it pull back, and then they've missed out. To a degree, I'm a bit like that as well. Like the other day, we reached sort of 484k profit, but I only locked in 350. I was actually more pissed off that I locked in 350 than not snatching. But again, it's another seesaw. If you have that snatching mindset, I would never have got to 484 in the first place. So really, you just need a big, long, hard look into yourself to see what you're... yeah. But... we'll see.
Siam,
yes. So
on Sunday night, you said you took most of the risk off of the table, but you went from 60k up to 12k down, and I just wondered how that happened.
Let's have a look. Sunday. What day is it today?
That would have been 1st of May, 2nd of May.
So, 1st of May. There we go.
I was following a couple of trades, and I just wondered how that ended up.
I'll have to... 1 second. We could probably take a shortcut here. 1 second. Where is it? History. Start date 1st of May.
So you said I want to chill and watch Netflix, so that you you changed your stops, and then the next morning.
So if we just do this, go from the 1st of May till now. No data. Honestly, Bybit is so freaking shit with its like reporting stuff. 1 sec, maybe it's... no, it's definitely the Drivers account. Deriv account. Go to history? Orders, maybe? Here we go. Derivs, closed P&L. Ah, man. The annoying thing I find is that you can't choose an all. You have to do like each individual thing. So if I want to look at ADA, and I can't... can I export everything? So if I do last 7 days... hopefully that'll cover everything. That's from the 28th until today. Here we go. Lifting up my skirt. You don't see YouTubers doing this, do you? Where has it gone? Sorry, it's on the other screen, but Zoom hides everything. There we go. Right, so let's get rid of the superfluous stuff. Don't need that column, that, or maybe we need that. So get rid of that, that. Delete. Open this up a bit. Yeah, it's been a rough week. I guess the last 7 days haven't been very good. So if we go to the date, where's the date? Oh, have I just got rid of the date? Am I being an absolute plonker? I'll keep the date. So let's just move this over to here. Get rid of those. I'm not very good with Excel, so bear with me. Steve is a freaking god at Excel, and he mocks me. he mocks my Excel skills. Right, so that's now where. So I guess we can look at. Oh god, the months are backwards. Crazy Americans. It's month, day, isn't it? No day. Let's double check. Am I being silly now? No, it is the right. No, it is the right way. Yeah,
that's fine. First of May.
Here we go. So 1st of May. You can see here. If I just go. Geez, there's a lot of trades on the 1st of May. Okay. If we just do a sum of. I need to freeze the bloody things because I don't know what's what. 1 second, I'm being very special here. How do I freeze? I know I can do it. Something. Data. View. Freeze panes. Freeze top row. There we go. That will help. Steve would have done this in like 2 seconds flat by now. So if we just go back to home, auto sum at the beginning, so price exit closed P&L, that's the one we want.
8:28 p.m. You said you adjusted your stops, took a lot of risk off the table.
Yeah, 80k. I lost. Okay, not 100. I've only lost 80 in the last 7 days. Yay! 20 grand better off.
You said losing 12k.
No.
Oh.
I said at the beginning. I said over the last 5 days I've lost like 100 grand.
Right, okay.
Like we locked in 350, and then I gave back 100 grand. I thought. Actually, it's not as bad. I only gave back 80. So, yeah. Okay, actually that's pretty good. Not as bad as I thought. Right. Crypto wonder. For a new trader like myself, building a portfolio, I've been able to eke out 100k average a day. Sorry, 100k? £1,000 a day by snatching. The goal being to get the account to 100k and then transition to less of a snatch and grab strategy. Does that make sense, or am I just holding myself back? No, Crypto Wonder, whoever you are, what you're doing is exactly what I do with actual funds. Literally, this is what I do. I tend to, for the first part of the year, I snatch until I get to a nice profit buffer, and then I can play normally or go large. So yeah, just keep on doing that. Just be aware of expectancy. So for example, let's go back to FXCM days, you know, where you could trade something. Let's say we're shorting something. You short this, you could have like a 5 pip limit and 1,000 pip stop loss. So your risk to reward ratio is freaking crazy. And so yes, you'll win all, like loads and loads of bits and bobs, but all it takes is one big loss and you've wiped out like 200 trades. So just be aware of expectancy. Again, all the videos in the portal will cover that. So yeah, just if you're snatching, you just have to make sure that your win rate is a lot higher. Right, so for example, if you're a 50-50 win rate, let's say you're risking £1,000 on a trade, and let's say you win £1,000 on a trade, you need to make sure that you're winning more than 50% of the time. Right. Greg said the dollar's low test forming on the weekly chart. Yeah, that's very bearish for stocks. Dollar weekly. Jesus, it is as well, isn't it? Yeah. Ropey times ahead for certain assets, which I'm not allowed to talk about. And I will leave that with you. Thanks everyone so much for my 1 hour trading pub. It is another 2-hour session. I'm incapable of doing a short session. Yeah, hope you're all well. Hope all these trades are doing. Like, has anyone made some nice profits from these bunch of trades that we've placed today?
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
That's what I want to hear. So yeah, nice. And oh yeah, Crypto Wonder. Yeah, I like following your trades on the success thread on Discord. By the way, I know I'm not on Discord much. I do see everything. I read everything. I just prefer to talk to everyone via Telegram than yeah, if that makes sense. Anyway, have a good one. See ya.
Cheers,
Right, what do I need to do? Pause recording.